Okay, it's time to work on the new short stack. Oh, what's this? Season of the Witch trailer?
Guardian, the witness poses a dire threat. And the Witch Queen holds the answers we seek.
Oh man. Oh man, this is awesome. I can't wait to play this. Wait, I have to work on episode 47 of Geats. Savathun! Are you here to tempt me to play Destiny 2 Season of the Witch? It will not work.
Oh, Guardian mine, I am your friend.
You're not my friend, Savathun. Head back to that hell mouth you came from. I have a video to make. You will not tempt me with...
I'm so glad you're here to see this.
Quite elegant, don't you think?
Good try. But, goddamn, that will not work.
What do you think you're going to do? You can't stop this. I know it goes against your nature, but you can still lose gracefully.
Yeah, okay. You're right.
Calming.
I know. I'm super late, but the Witch Queen can be very persuasive. Let's get into this episode. The episode starts with Keiwa and his sister Sarah and Buffa in some sort of lunch court. I don't know. I'm dumb. Buffa apologizes to Sarah for everything he has done to her. Sarah tells him he doesn't have to apologize because he helped save her. Keiwa says now they need to worry about Ace. Buffa asks if Ace is really becoming a god of creation. Back in Ace's DGP lounge, Sumri explains to Neon and Punchak that Ace has taken her place and the burden that comes with it. They talk about how good it is to have Keiwa back and that Anzu Sumri most likely has creation powers. In Jit's hideout, Anzu Sumri asks Kekera what his wish is. Kekera answers to end Tycoon. Anzu Sumri says the same thing she said to Baroba, that she must partake in his gleam. Kekera does his usual pose to take Anzu Sumri's hand for them to glow. Back at Ace's lounge, Neon and Punchak are turned into objects. Neon is one of those lucky cat statues, I forgot what they're called, and Punchak is turned into a pumpkin. At the lunch court, I'm just going to call it that, Buffa turns into a stuffed buffalo. That's funny and cute. Kekera shows up announcing his bad endgame for Keiwa. He tells Keiwa he is now the only Kamen Rider. To show him he can't save the world alone. Kekera takes out his Raise Riser, I'm not adding laser because I can't say it for shit. He transforms the fire around the building, causing debris to fall at Sarah and Keiwa. Kekera tells Keiwa it's time for him to meet his bad end when God, I hate you, bitch-ass Daichi shows up to fight Kekera for Keiwa and Sarah to run away. Back at Jit's hideout, Jit tells the VIP members that it's only a matter of time Ace will be a god of creation. One of the VIP members tells Jit that he's looking forward to the bad end. Jit holds up the Zillion Driver to put it on. The Zillion Driver is the same model as the Vision Driver. It just has a different front part, the belt's gold, and the front faceplate thing is more white gold. Can you guys tell I suck at describing things? Since the Zillion Driver and the Vision Driver are the same model, which one do I like more? I like the sleekness of the Vision Driver more than the flashiness of the Zillion Driver. It's still a cool driver, but I prefer the Vision Driver more. But it's already been used like 4 times already, so it's nice to see something new. Also, the Zillion Driver is probably premium Bandai, and now your wallet's been drained. Keiwa has taken his sister to a safe place and decides to go help Daichi. Daichi is actually doing very well in the fight, until Kekera uses a finisher, blasting him with a laser, knocking him out of his Yamato form. Keiwa runs up to check on Daichi. Kekera then uses his Raise Riser to teleport himself, Daichi, and Keiwa away. Ace has been witnessing everything that's been happening. Jet teleports inside the goddess room, surprising Ace. He tells Ace that no one can use the powers of creation as they please. Jet commands Ace to turn into a soulless god, activating the Zillion Driver to speed up the stone transformation. Daichi and Keiwa are trapped in a room with a giant metal door. Keiwa asks Daichi why he protected his sister. Daichi tells him that maybe living a boring life is where true happiness lies. That protecting Sarah, he can watch the joy in Keiwa's boring life. Keiwa asks him why he has to call it boring, and then thanks him for saving his sister. This makes Daichi ask him why he's thanking him after all that he's done. Keiwa responds because he made a promise with Ace to make a better world where everyone can be happy, including him. Kekera hacks the TV to announce his Kamen Rider game. The giant doors of Keiwa and Daichi's room open up to a room with a stage for Kekera to announce Keiwa's entrance. A small detail I like about this public scene is that a mom asks her daughter if she knows Keiwa. It's like a mom asking, hey, did you go to school with that guy? It makes the world feel more grounded, and it adds a little bit more to Keiwa's life, in my opinion. That some people mightn't recognize him because he went to school with them or worked with them, even though he's had like one job in like one episode at that soba shop. You get what I mean, right? Right? Kekera continues his announcement saying that Keiwa is the sole holder of the title of Kamen Rider, and his game is to see if he's worthy of it. He gestures to the stage for a spotlight to shine on a businessman, a schoolgirl, and a little boy who are chained up. He tells Keiwa the rules are simple. He has to save the three before the Yamato get them. He also does Keiwa's henshin pose, saying risking your life is part of being a Kamen Rider. The doors where the Yamato are start to slowly open. Keiwa takes out his driver to transform for Kekera to do the same. The two run at each other to begin the fight. Keiwa is able to hit Kekera out of the way to run to the stage where energy balls that look like frog eggs appear to explode on Keiwa. Kekera activates a finisher to shoot Keiwa, making him lose his rider form. Kekera takes off his rider form to tempt Keiwa to ask for a wish. Watching everything, Ace calls out to Keiwa. Jit gloats that the best part of the bad end is here. That Keiwa just needs a wish to be granted by God. He's a helpless twerp who can't save the world and shouldn't be a Kamen Rider. Kekera holds the piece of paper in front of Keiwa's face for him to hit it away. He tells Kekera he's done sacrificing others' happiness. Kekera tells him that there's only so much happiness in the world. That there can't be a world where everyone can be happy. Keiwa tells him that there will be, without using that. Keiwa's talking about the DGP notes where you write down your wish to get it granted. That they will make it happen themselves. Kekera laughs, telling Keiwa to burn the trapped people's last moments in his eyes. The Yamato are clawing at the door until it opens enough for them to run at the prisoners. Keiwa watches in horror as the Yamato run at the people. The Yamato actually break the chains, releasing the prisoners. Kekera is shocked and yells at the Yamato on why they released the prisoners. Daichi walks up to tell Kekera he's the one who grew them and it was easy to take control of them. The man, girl, and boy all run away. Kekera asks Keiwa was he just pretending to trick him. Keiwa answers that they will protect this world and that you don't need to be a Kamen Rider to do so. Keiwa and Kekera transform again to restart the fight. Ace tells Jit that he's not interested in being his tool. The creation's powers are his to wield. Jit tells him that it's impossible and Ace knows it. While Kekera and Keiwa fight, Ace tells Jit that he can and to just watch. That everyone's doing their best to save the world with their own strength and he has to do the same with his powers to protect that world. Ace uses his strength to try and stop turning into stone, but more barbed wire wraps around him. Jit watches Ace able to stop the stone process and break the binds of the barbed wire. Oh great, just like in the opening. I can't wait for fans to overanalyze the opening of Gutchard and cry when something doesn't happen in the show that appears in the opening. I'm looking at you, Revice. Jit is surprised Ace was able to break the shackles of creation. He tells Ace to prepare himself for his grave. He activates his Zillion driver to transform into Kamen Rider Regad. Regad? Regad. Regad. I don't know how to say this. Okay, so it is the Regad. So this is the first time we see Regad. His transformation is really cool. The cameras of the DGP that broadcast the footage fuse on him to give Jit his suit. The suit itself is a kit bash. It has a Salt Wolf's chest plate and shoulders. Of course, the Glare 2, Gazer, Swool Gazer, helmet, legs, and arms. Regad and Geats have a stare down. It cuts to Keiwa and Kekera fighting. Everyone who is watching the Hack TV is cheering for Keiwa as he fights. It seems like it's an even fight between them. Keiwa Superman punches Kekera so hard he breaks through the wall. Kekera is on the ground laughing. He tells Keiwa he's getting the vibe of a true Kamen Rider from him. As long as he continues to stay as one, his desires will come to rule him again. Keiwa says he's never going to let that happen again, that it's up to him how to use his powers. Keiwa takes out the Bujin sword to change forms. He activates a finisher for Kekera to say it's not a bad feeling fighting your favorite. Keiwa jumps in the air for a rider kick for Kekera to use his frog egg bombs. The power of the rider kick and the explosiveness of the bombs cause a huge explosion, knocking both Kekera and Keiwa out of their rider forms. Kekera tells Keiwa that he shouldn't rest easy. Having a life as a Kamen Rider is something you shouldn't take lightly. To be prepared for what awaits. Keiwa responds that he only has one thing to say to him. Thank you for making me into a Kamen Rider. He gave him what he needed to protect world peace. Kekera laughs to praise Keiwa for him to fall on one knee to disintegrate. Ansu Sumri appears behind Keiwa saying that Kekera's wish is nullified. Everyone who has turned into random objects return to normal. Also a cute moment with Sumari.
おかえりなさいレオン様ウィンさん
Geats and Rega are fighting outside now. This fight is, well, good. I like Rega's fighting style. You can totally see Jit's aggressiveness. He even uses a rock to bash the back of the head of Ace while punching, which is fucking metal. In the fight, Rega is able to go super fast by activating the Zillion Driver. Ace is able to anticipate Jit's attack when he's going super fast. But is it faster than Clock Up? I don't know. 5's Excel can keep up, so... Here's something I've noticed a lot of the Vision Driver users barely use. The ability to use other buckles. They've only shown it a few times, but it's there. Some of you probably forgot about it. This part of the fight is my favorite. It shows just aggressive fighting, not letting his opponent get up. Punk Jack has felt that twice. Jit tells Ace that the world is destined for a bad end because the audience wishes it. Ace tells him he isn't the only one with an audience. It cuts to the giant TV Kekera hack showing Keiwa for everyone to cheer for him after the fight. Ace tells Jit that as long as their audience wishes it, a happy ending awaits them. My second favorite part of this fight is them just trading blows. Ace summons his sword to activate a finisher. He also does the pose that shows up in the opening. Fucking great. Then one of the best rider kicks I've ever seen happens. And finally, Jit is defeated. God damn, this few episodes with him were a treat. One of my favorite villains. Jit tells Ace his existence has no meaning, disintegrating, flowing into Swole. Wait, why is he here? Jit was created by Swole, and he says that making another is simple. The captured people thank Keiwa for them to leave. Ace shows up, surprising Keiwa. He tells Keiwa he was set free thanks to everyone. The two fist bump when multiple screens show up in the sky showing Swole. Swole announces that if everyone wishes for their happiness, to be prepared to struggle. For the conclusion of the DGP to begin. Ansusumer walks around the city giving citizens drivers and buckles. Swole transforms into Regan Omega for the final game to commence. So Regard Omega's suit. It's the same suit as regular Regard. I can't even say this, dude. But the helmet has a huge eye. I actually like the helmet with the eye better than the regular recolored glare helmet. There isn't really anything I could say about the suit. It's the same thing, it's just a different helmet. I just think it fits better. The color scheme is great. Red, black, gold. It works. I like how they added a tailcoat to it, or skirt, or whatever the hell you want to call it. It's kind of funny. Regard has the Arc core, and then Geats has Arc's eyes. If you look really closely, you can see that it's Arc's red eye for Geats' yellow eyes. So what did I think about this episode? I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. This whole season is just full of just 8s, 7s, and just maybe a 6.5, but everything is just so good. I don't think there was any bad episode. Even if it was a bad episode, it still had some good elements to it. That's why I think it would be a 6.5. But for this one, it's an 8. 9s and 10s are reserved for something that just blows me out of the fucking water. There is something that I think could have enhanced this episode a little bit, and that would be the prisoners that Kekera has. It's a businessman, a schoolgirl, and a little boy. Now, I think it would have been really, really better if they got the little boy and the schoolgirl from the Jamato Mansion arc, and they got the businessman from the very first episode, the one Keiwa met during the job interview and who also joined the DGP to help his sick son. Now I know he got eliminated in the first episode, but it would have been great that Kekera revived him to only rub it in Keiwa's face that he can't save him. Then get the kids and put him back into danger, because even though he saved them, there's still going to be unexpected things to happen as a life as a Kamen Rider, and the people that you've already saved might be in danger again. But that's what I think, but who knows, maybe my idea is just plain dumb. Another thing that I don't really like is that Jit's fight is like right at the end and it's so short. I wish they had a full episode of fighting, it would have been great. But we got to see him transform and fight Ace, which I'll take. But there is one travesty I can never forgive. They did not give Jit a fucking beaten stick for his rider form. I'm telling you, man, if they gave him a beaten stick, Jit would have won. Like, game over. So this episode was supposed to come out the week of Geats' final episode, so around the 26th. Well, 48 was this week as of September 1st. Then 49 was next week and got charred maybe at the same time. But I got distracted by Destiny's new season. I promise not to get distracted again. Hopefully. Now I have a half human, half hive, half worm child I need to take care of. Okay, shut up! I'll get you, human meat! Witch Queen. More like Deadbeat Queen. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and support the official release. I'll see you all next episode.